Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is a presentation recording for the assignment curriculum framework for the subject curriculum studies in science education by the lecturer Madam Binti Haji Muhammad Yusof. Our team consists of 6 members. For this assignment, our proposal for the curriculum framework is the scheme of work SOW for biology form 1 for MRSM Premier. In MRSM education system, there's a document called a scheme of work or SOW, or knownly as the yearly lesson plan. So this proposal is designed to be a structured and detailed curriculum approach for biology form 1. It is also to provide supporting materials for teaching and learning preparation for the teachers. And this proposal consists of weekly planner, course syllabus, and interactive activities for every subtopic in the syllabus. Before we go further into the proposal, let me bring you through the proposal document. So this is the cover page, scheme of work biology, form 1 MRSM Premier for academic year 2025-2026. So the second page consists of the overview in general of the entire content of the proposal. So in the table, they have 2 semesters and the learning area or mainly topics that they have to cover for the entire year, the compulsory experiment that they must conduct throughout the year, and also the suggested problem-based learning that could be done for every topic. And also you provide the QR code for the students to access, for the student and teachers to access to the teaching materials such as a textbook and the SKP. Moving on to the next page, we start with semester 1. So as you can see in the table, the first column is the weekly planner. So we arrange the curriculum framework according to the week. So and the second column consists of the learning area of the topics. The third column consists of the objective of every topic and subtopic. And the last column, this is among the important part where we merge and put all the compulsory experiment activities and also the suggested activities that we plan throughout the academic year. So we put in the note column for the teachers to refer to use the activities directly in the classroom. For the colored rows, it represents the semester breaks, activity week for the MRSM students, and also the revision week before the final exam for semester or before the test. This is the same layout for the semester 2, consisting of the weekly planner, topic, subtopic, objective, and the plan activities and experiments. So one thing that we want to highlight in this proposal is that we want to make sure that we plan the lesson time properly so that the teachers can finish the syllabus not just on time but also earlier than expected. Why earlier? Because in our experience, the MRSM teachers always face the difficulty to finish the syllabus. Even if they finish syllabus before the examination, it is always right before examination and the student don't have enough time to do revision with the teachers in the class. So this proposal is important that we want to highlight the weekly planner. So you can see in the proposal, there are plenty of weeks for the revision week. So let's say in semester 2, before the final examination in early December, there are about 6 to 7 revision weeks provided for the students. Let's say if any school event change last minute, at least we have backup about 5 to 6 weeks left. And also for the note column, the compulsory experiment come from the SKP, and also we add the plan activities, suggested activity for the teachers and students, so that the teachers can save time on planning the activities. They can just go right to this document, look at what they need to do for this week, and look at the note section, so they have already plan activities for them. There are four purpose statements for this curriculum framework proposal. The first one, it is to develop a detailed and structured science curriculum approach for teachers in strategically preparing learning materials, creating interactive lesson, and also nurturing student-centered learning environment that are suitable for the 21st century learning. As I mentioned before, the note column in the proposal is important for the teachers to quickly prepare the learning materials, quickly think the interactive lesson for that subtopic, and also plan the activity for that lesson to to encourage student-centered learning environment. Second one, this proposal is also to ease the teachers in preparing documentation for daily lesson plan or RPH and also subject planner PS. For the MRSM teachers, we are required to submit the documentation for RPH and PS weekly. So imagine the teachers are submerged with all academic and non-academic tasks. So this proposal aims to help teachers to save time and to reduce their burden in preparing the documentation. They can just go straight to this document and look at the activity section. They can just merge the activity into their RPH and PS document. Third, it is to foster the love to learn biology among students through various activities such as hands-on experiment and also family-based learning. Usually, we always hear that biology subject is the most difficult subject and students don't tend to learn in class because it is difficult. They don't want to learn. They don't want to take it seriously. I think it is important to first foster the love in the students to love biology. So we can do this through the activities, hands-on activities, problem-based learning. So they try to discover what biology is through the activities, and they will start to like the subject. Lastly, it is to nourish students' practical scientific, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills through all the activities. And all these skills are important in the 21st century learning and also for the future job necessity.
The syllabus of this curriculum consists of three chapters, which are cell as the basic unit of life, the coordination and homeostasis, and also the reproduction. For the cell as the basic unit of life, there are two subtopics covered, which are cell structure, function, and organization. The second one is cell respiration and photosynthesis. And then the second chapter is coordination and homeostasis, which only covers one subtopic, which is homeostasis in living things. And the third chapter is reproduction, in which covers most of the topics, which is there are six subtopics. For first subtopics is sexual and asexual reproduction, human reproductive system, menstrual cycle, fertilization and pregnancy, factors affecting development of a fetus and a baby, and last one is infertility and contraception. And for the all of the subjects, the first two subjects will be covered completely in semester one, while for the reproduction chapter, it will be covered in both semesters, half of them in the first semester and half of the second half of the chapters will be covered on the second semester.
My name is Afza Nazifa Binti Arbi. Let's move on to the next point. I will explaining about the outcome statement from our scheme of work or SOW. So this scheme of work demonstrates scientific inquiry and problem solving. Students will learn to ask relevant scientific questions based on their observation and their prior knowledge. So from the observation through the demonstration and their knowledge, they will able to use logical skill to analyze problem and propose relevant solution. Next, students will follow scientific method when they are conducting hands-on experiment and problem-based learning by making observation, forming hypotheses, conducting control experiments, and collecting data. Data will be recorded systematically and students will learn to interpret data using charts, graph, and statistical analysis. Hence, the results are analyzed accurately. Last point is real life application. So when they are exposed to hands-on activities, research project and discussion, they will develop ability to identify errors, analyze trends, and draw logical conclusion from their findings. Hence, from this, they can refine their analytical skills and improve their scientific reasoning.
Okay, so let's move on to the next part, which is the strategy framework. Before I proceed, let me introduce myself. Assalamualaikum, and a very good day to Madam Yusniza and also my fellow friends. Okay, my name is Wan Muhammad Najmi. So I'm going to explain, okay, regarding the strategy framework that have we discussed and wants to make use in our SOW, scheme of work in biology form 1. Right, so we take a look at the first one is inquiry based learning. Right, so what does it mean by inquiry based learning? So inquiry based learning is actually a learning, okay, that involve the students to move and walk around, right? So when we talk about biology for form 1, right, there's a lot of activities, right, that helps our students, right, to know more regarding what is biology as in general, right? So that's why we try to implement, all right, the hands-on activities, all right, such as like virtual labs, all right, towards the students, right? So in order for them to have a better understanding in biology form 1, right? That is number 1. So the second one, our strategy is we want to implement the problem-based learning, right? So where we want to make sure that our students, right, can solve the problems that are they encounters in their daily life, right? So where we want our students like to investigate what is the real life scenario, right, that occur within them, okay, in especially in subject biology. So that's why we want we implement, right, questions that have problem-based questions in order for them to have a better understanding and make the biology seems like close to them. So that's what we want to implement, right? So the third one is collaborative learning, right? So as we know, right, when we talk about learning, right, the effective learning is a collaborative learning where you talk with your friends or you have the proper discussion to make a better understanding, all right, of the chapters that you have learned for that particular day, right? So that's why we implement these kinds of like collaborative learning where we want to hear out opinions or suggestions, right, from our students regarding the chapter that they have learned, or maybe some of the students has explored more regarding the chapter and know more about the chapter, and they can share it, okay, within the classes, right? So that's why we want to implement the collaborative learning, okay, in the form of group discussions or debates or any other things that might collab them, right, in terms of biology in form 1, okay. And the last one is in this digitalization era, so we need to implement the technology integrations, right? So the digital tools, right, that helps a lot in terms of understanding, right, of a chapter in biology really helps towards towards the teachers to make our student understand more regarding the chapter, right? So we want to implement quizzes, Kahoots, or any other platforms that might help our students to have a better understanding in each chapter of biology form 1. So this is what we want to highlight, right, in our scheme of work in biology form 1, where we put all the details regarding the activities, regarding the suggestions of link of video and suggestions of quizzes, right? What we want to test our students in terms of understanding. So this is the strategy that we want to implement so that our students can have a better understanding in biology form 1. So I think that's all from me. I will pass to the next person. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Irfan Hakimi bin Muhammad Saufi. And right now I will proceed with the verification method which can be implemented in order to improve the SOW. Alright, okay. As you guys can see, there are 3 methods that can be implemented, which is the first one is formative assessment, which is the ongoing monitoring and feedback after every topic lessons. So the second one is the summative assessment, which is the final examination or evaluation for every semester and improvement. Alright, so the third one, we're trying to include the feedback from the teachers or the teachers' observation, which is focusing on the students' progress, growth, development, and effort in learning. Alright, so the assessment in its most effective form can outdo the simple act of assigning grades. Technically, it is a dynamic process designed to foster genuine student growth. By applying a multifaceted approach, educators, teachers can utilize a variety of tools like the most famous one, which is the quizzes. Can also implemented the collaborative peer reviews, and as well as the iterative feedback loops in order to provide students with the opportunities for the continuous improvement. It is very important for the students because these strategies are not merely checkpoints but rather integral components of the learning journey. Like for example, the student can receive the detailed feedback on their lab reports, and the teacher can highlight area for refinement, improvement, and also offering guidance on how to strengthen their arguments or in some sort of methodologies. Actually, this allows them to engage in a cycle of revision and improvement, and as well as ultimately leading to a more comprehensive understanding of the subject matter. And at the end of the day, it can make the students to provide a more polished final submission for certain tasks that provided by the teachers. Right, so by shifting the focus from summative evaluation to formative development, assessment become a powerful instrument for empowering students to take ownership of their learning, and as well as to make them possible to achieve their full potential in learning or in specific subject they try to learn or explore. Right, I think that's all for my part. I will pass the floor to my friends. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Danial Fikri bin Samsudin. You can call me Danial. Okay, I will continue on the capstone project or method. Okay, what is the capstone project? So it is like a culminating task where the students integrate all their learning to solve the problem, and also they can conduct an experiment or analyze the real life scientific data. So we also include these elements, this important element, to improve our SOW. For example, students learn about photosynthesis in the early weeks. Okay, they conduct an experiment on chlorophyll function, and later in the capstone project, they might analyze environmental factors like the plant growth. Okay, as you can see in the slide, so this is the plant growth. And next, we have in the health and nutrition, where the students first they study the human homeostasis and also dietary effects. Okay, dietary effects, and then later they research how the different diets impact the metabolism and also their well-being. Okay, and the last one is for the environmental science. Okay, the students can explore the impact of the pollution on organisms, and finally conduct a report analyzing how pollution affects plant growth or human health. Therefore, this ensures that students not only memorize concepts but also they understand what they're doing and also they can apply them effectively in the real world situations. Okay, so this ensures a smooth transition to higher education levels by assessing not just knowledge but also the real world application. Okay, with this structured approach, we are confident that our improved SOW and also the capstone project will create a more effective and also meaningful learning experience for students. So that's all from me. Thank you.